Right, we're in the barn. We're going to talk about fly traps, the best fly trap. We're going to go over fly management because fly is a huge issue in the barn. Like we look at the horses right now, we really don't have a lot of flies. We do have no-see-ums. I'm talking about barn flies, stable flies, house flies, those really annoying creatures that drive your animals insane, that drive us insane. And you can see really there's not that much flies on him, and that is because of the world's best fly trap. Let's take a look at it and I'll show you how to make it, and we'll go over some other fly management. So this is 2 days worth of flies, and there is a secret sauce to this, but we need to change this out because it's getting to the point. We still trapped one right here, but when they land now, if they land on each other, they can fly away. So let's go over how we're going to make this and how we really control the flies beyond just this fly trap. Okay, so this is how we make this, and I'll go over the secret sauce because this is not just a plain old bucket that magically attracts flies. Mind you, if you do put this bucket without the secret ingredient in a manure pile or around an area that has really high fly density, you will catch some flies. But you can literally take this bucket and put it by your house. If you have an issue near your house, you don't have to bring the manure. Also, this bucket will do the trick. So you do have to be careful if you live in Florida when you're changing these buckets. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it is covered in fire ants because the fire ants will actually come and pull these flies apart, which is very, very sad. Every once in a while, I will get a lizard on here. I probably get like 2 a year that will get stuck. The little small lizards that are in Florida, I don't remember what they're called, but they will get stuck on here, and you can actually just peel them off very, very slowly. Peel them off, wet them a little bit, put them in a little cup. Once the stickiness is gone away, they'll just be able to leave. So I've never actually had a lizard die on it. Normally, you don't catch pollinators like bees or the wasps. It's rare unless you're sticking them in an area with a lot of flowers. So normally, your garden is where your pollinators are going to be, and where your animals are is where your flies will be. So normally we don't catch a lot of them. There's not. I don't even think we have one pollinator on this entire bucket, but we do have a lot of pulled apart flies. So we're going to take that off. I actually I ran out of this fly tape and I had a little bit left, and this was already full. Once the bucket is full, the flies will just land on each other. You won't catch anything. In the beginning, if you have a really big fly issue, you're going to want to change these as soon as they're full. Eventually, you're only going to have to change it like once a week or after a rain. And it does lose some stickiness if you just stick it out in the sun. So inside is the secret sauce, and it is this. It is fish emulsion. Now, right now, it smells a little bit, but I'm right on top of it. It's not going to smell once you get a foot or two away. So we need this giant fly trap tape, and that we're going to put around our buckets. You can use the 5-gallon bucket. Right now I just really like these flat back ones because I can hang them, and I also don't know where all my 5-gallon buckets are. I think I brought them to Kimberly's house. So we're just going to wrap it around, and it's actually better to do this on concrete or something clean because I will get some hair at the bottom, but I just was choosing this area for the lighting right now. So we're going to wrap it. Sometimes you're going to rip it. It's not going to always go perfectly, and you might have to start over, but overall it's very easy. These fly traps, I think they're like $20 for the 3 rolls. And once you've got the flies under control, because you're catching them, they're going to stop breeding. Once you've got them under control, you're not going to go through as many. But I slacked this year because we just had COVID, and I just didn't change them frequently enough. And with the warmer weather, the flies just exploded. So then we're going to put it along the top and rip it, and we're done. That's it. World's best. Actually, it's not the best. There's one better fly trap, and I will do a video on it on another time, that really attracts them. But this is like the world's second best fly trap. Okay, so we have our fly trap. Now the key with these is placement. You do not want to put these near any livestock or any animal that's going to get into it. Now the dogs, normally they get into it one time and they don't do it again, because this will stick to fur and feathers and all the things. So if your horse gets it on it, it's likely going to scare it, it's going to spook, and it's going to have this stuff stuck. I have had chickens and ducks get into it, and then we have to go and take it off, which is not the funnest experience. They don't die. You will get it off. So what I do is we always put it where the animals can't get to. Now we have this area roped off for the horses, because my mare will literally pee in this one spot over and over, and it becomes disgusting. So they're not allowed here. Now, if they were allowed in this paddock here, then I would take my wheelbarrow full of poop and I would put it on the other side of the fence where they can't get it. So manure piles are amazing for these traps. Now our wheelbarrow is empty. We have already emptied it for the day, but I will stick that fly trap and you can already see them landing on it. So sticking this with manure is amazing. Now let's go take a look at where I have it with the ducks. So here we are in the duck pen. We've got mama who still hasn't hatched out those eggs, and another mama who decided to sit on 3 eggs. So this area here gets a lot of flies because of the duck food. So to protect it from the ants, I have it in a bucket of water. That's why it's set up like that. We have really bad fire ants in Florida, and the bucket of water keeps the fire ants out. So this is our bucket that has been collecting for a few days at the duck coops. So again, I'm not going to put it in there because they will get it all over their feathers, and then you have to, grab your bird and take this off. You're going to pull out feathers. It's not a great experience. The ducks will also pick at these, and we don't want them to eat the glue. So keeping it away from their access, any animal's access. This is perfect on the fence, and why I like these flat bottom buckets, so that we can keep it elevated. The dogs can't get into it. Dogs love the smell of fish emulsion. So if you're keeping it in an area with your dogs, they might dump it, they might eat it, they might roll in it. This does not smell. So I am a couple feet from this bucket. I cannot smell the fish emulsion. When you change the bucket, you will smell the fish emulsion, but it's not going to give off a terrible smell like those traps. Now, a note on those pheromone fly traps. You do not want to put them near your barn or anywhere on your property. If you're going to use them, put them at like the edge of your property, as far away from your house and your barn as you can, because the pheromones will attract the flies from like a mile radius to your property, which is not ideal, and you're just gonna have so many more flies to deal with. But you can put them on the edge of your property, and those things stink. They really do smell. The other thing that you could buy is these little beneficial bugs that you put around your property. We did that for the first couple of years, but we really don't need them when we implement these fly traps. Okay, so we got our fly trap back out here now. Because this is a little bit further away, I definitely am going to move that closer just to help catch some of these flies. But overall, we're doing really good. Not too many. This trap, though, has sat a little too long before I changed it, so we have a little bit more flies again. Now with the ducks, I don't find the flies bother the ducks whatsoever. The flies really bother the horses. They also don't really bother the chickens. Chickens, fly management wise, definitely make sure you are cleaning their coop in the morning. I like to clean my girls' coop every single morning to keep the flies down, and then I keep a bucket like this outside of their coop. Okay, so the first thing is you want to keep a pretty clean barn area. Vala lately, in all of her beautiful glory, keeps peeing in this stall, which I try to like shovel it out. We don't use shavings here. It just makes more of a mess, and I can always spray this down if needed. But trying to keep the stalls as clean and free as poop. You want all your poop to be in one place. That goes for your chicken poop too. We actually put, I keep a bin right beside my chicken coop, and I scrape it all out, put it in the bin, and I keep the fly trap near the coop. Now you can already see, we just put this out, we're already catching flies. And when this is filled with poop, which it will be by the end of the day, we're gonna catch a ton of flies. So we wanna keep it really clean. We were pretty well no chemical on the farm, except I do use fly spray for the horses. And that's just to help them. And I just pick up something from Tractor Supply and I will spray their legs a little bit, and I spray a little bit on top of their back, and that's pretty well it. And I spray the walls, not around where they're going to eat, but you can see there are barely any flies in here. There might be one or two, so I'm not going to say no. And there are some no-see-ums. So when she's like twitching, well, there's one. See, we have one there. But she's twitching. It's more so because of the no-see-ums, and she's really allergic to it. And so this area where she peed, I'm going to spray some fly spray on. And I normally do this anytime I come out to feed. I will just work a little bit to keep the flies down, but normally they're not really even bothering the horses, and we use a very minimal amount. I don't spray it right near where they're going to eat the hay, because they do drop some on the ground. So that is something that we use around our barn, because right now there's really not a lot of flies. They're over here. They want to be in with the poop, and they want to be in with that fish emulsion. So the other thing that we have, which they're very dusty, is some really big fans. And normally they're on, but I turn them off just for this video. But keeping airflow in your barn, so I'll turn that on, it's gonna get really loud. That is so vital. It's really cool looking at the fan through the camera. It's so vital to keeping the flies down, and the horses, really keeping the horses happy. The flies don't bother the other animals as much. They more so just bother me because I don't like looking at them. But the horses, they definitely drive the horses insane. These guys wear fly masks all day, and she goes through an immense amount of fly masks, but that's for the no-see-ums. She's very, very allergic to the no-see-ums being around her eyes. But the first year we were here, the flies were so horrendous that I did have the leggings on. Oh my goodness, she wants her belly rubbed. I did have the leggings on so that they could have some relief, but now we don't have enough flies to really need them. But she said, can you figure out something to do with those no-see-ums, because those make me so itchy. Val is now chasing me because she wants her belly rubbed. But if you like that video, we always appreciate some engagement and likes and shares. It helps with the channel. There she is.